All right, let's see what we need for a crisis plan. Crisis plans are often used for students who do have extreme behaviors, but they can also be used for students who have extreme medical needs or those who have just been released from a mental health facility and are transitioning back into school. So we do need their name and their birth date on this one. That's just in case we do need to involve any medical staff. All the crisis team members, titles, and their phone numbers, that includes out of school therapists and physicians. We do need to know all the potential crisis triggers. So that just means like, what do I see happening that's going to bother them? So maybe a loud noise, maybe someone telling them no. Early warning signs of crisis behavior. Does students start to get whiny? Do they daydream? Do they fall asleep? Do they become physically aggressive? And then a description of the crisis behavior. So we're describing what the worst case scenario looks like for that student in a crisis. And then the action steps taken during a crisis. So for instance, should I speak to the student or should I absolutely not speak to him? Is that a further trigger? We need to state that too. And direct student supports. So does the student need a fidget? Do they need a water? Do they need their blood sugar checked? What supports do I need to provide for them? And I also list the prescribed medications. That is completely up to you. Most families are absolutely willing to share that, and it could be important if the student ever needs a medical transport. And then tips for this is this does need to be included in a student's IEP and cumulative file, obviously if they have an IEP, and obtain a release of information from doctors. There are some unbelievably wonderful doctors and therapists out there that will communicate regularly with you and help that student and help you help that student as well. So always reach out to the entire team.